Tomorrow night, City State's Attorney Ivan Bates will hold a town hall discussing juvenile crime in the city. It comes as concerns about public safety continue to climb. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost will be at that town hall and gives us a look at what questions City Hall will likely face.
That's going to have to come off, the new column and a new lock so my vehicle don't be vulnerable no more.
Day in and day out, instances of juvenile crime continue. Car windshields smashed on camera and outrage from residents.
At this point, the kids have caused tens of thousands of damage.
Come as pressure mounts for Governor Wes Moore to make a change at the Department of Juvenile Services.
We think it's past time.
House Minority Leader Jason Buckle says DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi needs to be replaced.
He's not going to fix it from sort of a bureaucratic administrator level, make sure it runs correctly and runs properly. And he's certainly not going to fix it from a policy perspective because he just doesn't believe it.
And he's not the only one.
Beth in Fells Point. How you doing, Beth Hawks?
People in Baltimore sounding up.
What's it going to take? It's not getting better. Schiraldi has to go.
Even calling for the national news to pay attention.
I think the only way that something is going to change now is if it becomes a national issue and if the national media put it on TV.
But Governor Moore doubling down on his commitment to his current plan.
We know that instances involving juvenile and violence really is not an isolated incident, and we've had people ask, you know, when is the governor's office going to take action? So what do you say to them?
I would also say that I don't think anyone can look at the work this administration has done since day one and say that we do not take public safety as our #1 priority. While we know that we still have more work to do, we're incredibly proud of the progress that we've continued to make, both in terms of juveniles and adults, to understand and underscore the fact that we demand and we expect for our communities to be safe.
In Baltimore, there's a pilot diversion program called Sidep. It's for people between 10 and 17 years old and for first-time offenders. Fox 45 News started investigating the outcomes and learned Sidep has diverted just 55 participants since it launched in 2022. The city has spent more than $800,000. The Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, or MONSE, says in fiscal year 2024, there were 26 juveniles involved in Sidep, and 81%, or 21 kids, did not reoffend. But MONSE only tracks recidivism within 6 months. We don't know what happens to those young offenders that do reoffend or what the data shows for all the years Sidep has been in place. MONSE is expected to participate in a town hall discussion with Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates Tuesday night. There, Fox 45 News will continue to push for answers about how the city is spending your tax dollars. But those are not the only questions about Sidep.
And if you're diverting young people who steal cars or in stolen cars with unauthorized use, what about the victim?
Bates says he's concerned Baltimore police is not keeping victims updated on what happens when the suspect in a case gets diverted and there's no charges. But his worries stretch beyond notification.
Is there concern that that data is not accurate given the diversion programs and how some of that information is translated?
1,000%. Where my team is seeing an influx of juveniles being arrested, now DJS is telling the world that the arrests are down. However, if the police are arresting them and they're diverting them, it's still an arrest. That would mean DJS was not properly giving us the information, which means their data is flawed and we could not rely on their data.
BPD not answering our questions when we've asked if DJS is informed of diverted cases. More questions we will be searching for answers to at the Solutions Pack Town Hall. In Baltimore, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.